Okay, so the very first thing that we want to do is we're going to prep Blogger for the header. So what you need to do is go to where it says template, and you need to go to edit HTML. So this is all the code that makes your blog look the way it looks. This is how, like, the tree fairies. Remember the internet and the tree fairies? That's how it works. So if you look on my blog, there's very specific stuff that we're looking for. We want to look for this, and we want to change it to this. So what's changed is this says max widgets 1. We want to change it to 2. This says no. We want to change it to yes. This says true. We want to change it to false. And it's pretty easy in Blogger. You can go jump to widget, and you can go to header 1. And it brings it right up for you. You have to scroll up just a little bit. So here, I want to change max widgets to 2. I want to change, I don't want to take away the little apostrophe marks. I want to change true to false. And I wanted to change no to yes. Let me double check that that's right. Yes, that's all right. Then what you do is you save the template. And it's like, if you don't get any errors, if you did something wrong, you're going to get an error if it doesn't know how to read the code that you did. And then you can go back to where it says layout, and you'll see that now I have a remove button. So later on, we'll be able to remove that. For now, I have my Blogger prepped to get the new header that I want to put in. So to image map your header, you go to this website. It's called imagemaps.com. And you want to upload your header. Make sure, a lot of you guys have saved like a couple of different ones, right? Make sure it's the right one. Even I have a couple of different ones saved. I got to figure out which one it is. I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to open it. Then you're going to do start mapping your image. Ignore this. You have to stare at this for 10 seconds. They're trying to get you to advertise for them. After that seconds goes away, you continue to next step. Now here is where you can start image mapping. So this is your image, and you have to look over here and see rectangle, and you can start drawing a rectangle over what you want to image. So the first thing that we want to put over this is a link back to our own blog. So if we go to our different posts, we need to make sure that we can get back to like the very first one, or what's called our home page. So there, you're going to have to know what your blog is called. And the easiest way is to just copy and paste the URL from up here in the address bar. So I'm going to highlight it all, and I'm going to paste over it, and then I'm going to hit save. It gets these words right here. I'm going to teach you how to delete those. Then you may just have, where did my other, oh, it's big. It just goes right on top, so it's the same size. So don't get confused that you can't find your rectangle. It's right over the top. You'll know it's not the same one because it'll have a different URL here. So I'm going to make this go to Blogger. So I'm going to type in Blogger. Not iBlogger, but Blogger. I'm going to save that. You may just be doing one thing to Pinterest. You may just be doing this. Well, you all have a Pinterest account. So if you have just one image over here, do that to Pinterest. And if you have wherever your name is back to your actual like URL for your personal blog. Pinterest, you should have a specific name. Let's see, that's me. Let's see if I have a specific URL. And it's quiet. And back to me. Your boards. There I am. So Mrs. Volkoff boards. So it's easiest to get to your boards. You're going to copy that. You do edit copy or Command C. And when we image map Pinterest, you're going to put that link in. So you want it to be yours. And then we'll just going to do YouTube. You might have your own link to like your own YouTube channel. So that's up to you. So you got to figure out what links you want to put. Now, when you see this untitled, 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 we don't want that on ours. So we're going to make that go away. But first, we got to figure out what the code is, and then we're going to find where in the code we're going to make that go away. So you're going to say, get your code. Then you need to click on HTML code right here. So there's a lot of code right here. What we don't want is, it says, if you do not wish to have the text under your image map, you can move or delete this div. It's like a divider. So from here to here, you want to delete it. So you see how it says div and then a /div? When you're dealing with code, you have one little word, it'll say something, and then the end of that like action per se has the slash and the div. So you can just delete it right here. Anything with an exclamation point isn't going to show up. That's just like stuff you can read in the code that's not actually going to show. If you don't understand what's happening, just know to delete that and that's fine. And then know you need to highlight this. You need to right click and you need to copy it. Then you have to go back to Blogger. We are going to add a gadget. And they don't have anything for a header because it's already there. But what we're doing is we're adding HTML code. So we go to this. We paste this. We don't need a title because we don't want anything to show up. And you click Save. Now if I preview this, I should have two headers there. See, I have two. We want the bottom one. So we're going to edit and we're going to remove the one that doesn't have any other links. We're removing the one that like Blogger came with because we added our own. Then we're going to save arrangement. And then we're going to view the blog. Now, if you look down here, you'll see that says Blogger, that says Pinterest, that says YouTube, that says this. So, went to Blogger, went to Pinterest, went to YouTube. So that is what you will be doing for yours. This one looks okay because I already adjust the width, but it might make it not centered. So then you have so all of this stuff you're doing is in this layout area. The only way you can add gadgets and do that is in the layout area. In the template area, there is a layout like tab, but we want to be sure that we're putting in the HTML there. This customize is where you can go back because the widths might not look right and you might need to change these around, both the right and you kind of want to center your picture under those again, and you might need to change these. So I had to change it from, it was at 1050 originally, and then I had to go back to 960 to kind of make it look how it was supposed to look. And then that will be the last thing that you do, and then we will be done with our blog for a while.